everyone, it's Michael.
And it's Jackson. Hello followers.
Right now, we are in Australia. We're in Australia since last Sunday.
And we learned that today is Australia Day.
We've made some research and we're going to explain the origin of this date.
Every year, the Australia Day takes place on January the 26th.
This date celebrates the anniversary of the first British fleet led by Captain Arthur Phillip in 1788.
This date marks a major turning point for the Australia, particularly for the Aboriginals.
This date is now a national public holiday.
This day symbolizes the establishment of the first European colony on the Australian continent.
The history and meaning of this day is the subject of a debate that is dividing public opinion here in Australia. Indeed, this celebration is controversial because of its link with British colonization and the consequences for indigenous and aboriginal people.
Colonization led to massive losses of land, massacres and discriminatory policies such as forced assimilation. For indigenous peoples, this is a day of mourning and commemoration. This day is sometimes even called Evasion Day by the indigenous people.
This date is like 14 July in France. It's a moment of gathering for Australian people.
We are actually in a forest, as you can see, and we can see far away a city. We already can hear the noise of the crowd who celebrates this day. So now we are going to join this city and to live this moment with you. So we are near the city and we already can see some Australians who celebrate this day. Australia Day is very important to Australians. It's a celebration that commemorates the multiculturalism of this country, which is his strength, and currently to expand, it is a very festive event where everyone comes together under the same colors of the country. Despite different origin or different point of view, everyone is united in the same goal of a common future, and this emotion, this feeling is really felt. I think that the date of the Australia Day should be changed because it brings back to many bad memories. To Australian, its historical value is very negative, and I think that for a festive moment, it is not a good idea to remember a negative moment of its history. I think instead that this date should be shifted to another more festive day that also has a historical value, but a more positive and more festive connotation than the current date of the Australian Day. But I still think that this day can be used because it goes well. Their history is powerful and allows Australians to remember where they come from and the path they still have to travel, and so they remind themselves every day that despite a complicated start, they can also get back on their feet and dive into a better future. Now I'm going to interview some people about the question of the date of Australia Day. Oh, Mr. Oh, what do you think about the date of Australia Day? Would you think that the date must be changed?
The memory of this day is not a good memory. It's the memory of the settler who arrived in Australia and who martyred the local communities. So, in the common imagination, it's not a good memory. But this date has a symbolic value for all Australians, and it will be a shame to abandon it for another date. However, symbolic it may be because this date has a historical value and a symbolic value, and we cannot forget it like that. Despite a report on violence and a bad report due to this date also allows us to project ourselves towards a better future and to remember that despite a complicated past, a better future is always possible.
It's an interesting point of view, and now we are going to interview some other people. Oh, who is this guy? Oh, man! Come on.
What?
Come with me.
Hello, man.
I have some different questions to ask you. Do you think that the date of Australia Day must be changed?
Oh, hello, man. Personally, I came here to celebrate Australia Day. I don't really think the date should be changed. However, I am understanding of those who want to change it as represents the day of the invasion. A painful memory for the Aboriginal people, the indigenous people of the country. And I remain open to debate.
This guy was very strange, but it's not bad. It was very interesting. His opinion is very developed. I'm very happy to be here because the vibe, the mood is very happy. Everybody is happy to be here and celebrate this moment. Oh, this guy, I'm going to interview him. What do you think the Australia Day must be changed?
My ancestors were Aboriginal and they remember this day as horrible one. I cannot see myself celebrating such a moment that brings so much pain to my family, and that's why I believe it will truly be a progress, a major turning point to change this date.
So the interview is finished. All the point of view were interesting and all is good, man. Do you think that the date of Australia Day must be changed? I think that this date is well chosen because it has a historical value which is very interesting and allows all Australians to come together around the same date. But I understand that some Australians want to change this date which has a complicated past. That was Michael and Jackson.
See you soon in the next vlog.